Welcome back to another episode of the Armchair Pundits podcast. This is your regular Liverpool post-match show, and Liverpool have cruised to victory with a stunning 4-1 victory at Anfield. And quite frankly, it was almost perfect. Conceding the goal late on in the game was a blemish on what was a really good performance, but Liverpool did what they needed to do, did what we expected them to do, and won handsomely. Before I continue, don't forget to smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't before, and don't forget to share it once you've enjoyed this episode. So yeah, I'll continue. Goals from Szoboszlai, Salah, and 2 from Gakpo saw Liverpool cruise to a 4-1 victory, and performances from Szoboszlai, who has been much maligned this season and been criticised for not getting enough goals or assists. Today, really good performance from Szoboszlai. When you look at his goal, excuse me. When you look at his goal, really good pass from Konate, who drives through the middle, plays a nice through ball to him. And Szoboszlai, where normally earlier in the season he probably would have passed it right to Salah, and Salah probably would have got a shot off. But I've been asking for him to go back to his old self and take shots. And this time he cuts in onto his left and then buries it with a nice finish into the goalkeeper's bottom left. Really good finish, which was a start of a really good performance from Szoboszlai. Really happy with his game today. Then we move on to the second goal, Salah's goal. Gakpo, who is having a fantastic season. That's 14 goals for him this season. And his assists, I think he's on 6 or 7 assists. I'll double check that. But really good performance from him this season. I'm happy with how he's playing. He crosses the ball into the far post, which is something we saw him do quite a bit when he was playing for PSV. But often this season, well, in Liverpool shirt, it hasn't quite come off. But, 3 assists. He's got 3 assists in the league, 3 assists in the league altogether, Gakpo. But yeah, nice crossing there. Great first touch from Salah. And literally, from the angle, fantastic finish. Doesn't really have much to aim for, but roofs it. And Liverpool go 2-0 up. And let's be honest, from that moment onwards, it was game over. We knew it. They knew it, Ipswich. And it was just a matter of how many. And who was going to get them. And with Gakpo in my fantasy team and Nunes and Salah's my captain, I was really hoping it was going to be those two. But yep, then we moved on to the 44th minute, and Gakpo, not a little rebound, wasn't the greatest goal, but it's a goal, Gets a little rebounded goal, and good from him, good following up from Szoboszlai's initial shot. So yeah, happy days. And you're sitting there thinking, okay, cool. Do we make subs now? With Bournemouth coming up and with PSV midweek, do you make subs early at halftime just to give someone like Gravenberch, who plays a lot of games, always starts, give him a rest because he never seems to get given a rest. But nope, doesn't happen until Gakpo scores again. Fantastic cross from Trent. Something we know he's fantastic at, really good at. Whips it in from the right-hand side, and Gakpo just powers the header into the goal, and then it's happy days. Game over, time to make subs, and from that moment on, we do start making subs. Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, and Gakpo himself all come off, and it's time to see the game out. Like I said previously, unfortunately, we did concede a late goal. I was actually debating this with someone in the WhatsApp group on the goal itself. I personally thought, yes, it was the fault of Elliott, but he should not be marking Greaves. Greaves is way too big, way too strong, and he shouldn't be marking him. And he gets pushed aside, and they score a goal. First set-piece goal we've conceded, or first goal we've conceded from a corner this season. Something Slot wasn't very happy about. But we move. We win 4-1, and let's be honest, it's just moving on to the next game. Really happy with the performance. No one had a bad game. Diaz probably had a weaker game. Still isn't quite shining as the main centre forward when we're playing in a low block, but he wasn't terrible. He was just average today, just average. As I normally do, I move on to the player ratings, and as I always do, again, we start with Alisson. Good performance from Alisson today. Not much he could do about the goal, if I'm completely honest. Makes 2 saves, but doesn't really have to do much else in the game. Um, they're both diving saves, punches none, throws 2, but really and honestly, he doesn't really do much. Does more of his feet. 26 touches. There's been a lot of talk about the amount of times people get a shot to us conceding, but made 2 decent saves, and then the goal that was scored was just from a packed penalty area from a corner. Like I said, not much you can do about it. So I've given him a 7. Robertson, thought he did okay today. Didn't really do much wrong. Happy with his performance in general. 2 chances created, quite a few touches, 111 touches. Accurate crosses, not that accurate on his crosses, and doesn't actually win a tackle, but does win in his duels, win 2 out of 3 of his duels, and good on recoveries. I've given him a 7 as well. Good. I've said it so many times. He can't play 3 games in a row. So the last two game weeks, midweek and last weekend, he was on the bench. So comes in for a start, and he looks the better for it, fresh. And admittedly against a weaker team in Ipswich. But yep, he gets a 7. Van Dijk, happy with his performance. I've given him an 8. Commanding, doesn't allow the striker Delap get an inch, from being completely honest. Really happy with his performance. I look at across the 90 minutes, even has 2 shots. Looking at his defensive stats, 6 duels won, 1 lost. Ground duels, 2 out of 2. Aerial duels, 4 out of 5. Really happy with that. And tackles, 1 out of 1. So yeah, can't complain if I was defended. Even his long balls were good. 7 out of 8 long balls. So happy with his performance. Instead of giving him an 8. Kanate, he would have got an 8, but he got an assist. So he gets an 8.5 for me. Really dominant performance. Won the most duels in the match, 12. And he was also, ironically, the most foul player with 3 fouls. They knew how strong he was, so they probably aimed at getting him off his game. Ground duels, like I said, 8 out of 10, 80%. Aerial duels, 4 out of 4. He's a monster in the air. Really good. Tackles 1, 2 out of 5. So happy with performance. And he gets an assist. So he gets an 8.5 from me. Trent Alexander gets an assist as well. Really good performance from him. A lot better. Passing accuracy, 74 passes up 89, 83%. Does well there. In terms of his touches, 113. Successful dribbles, 3 out of 3. But happy. 50% on his tackles. But really good performance from him today. And like I said, he gets an assist. I've given him an 8.5 as well. McAllister, good performance again. He gets through so much work. And passing today, 94%, 49 out of 52 passes, completely dominant in there. Completely dominant. Jules today, it was consistently very competitive. 5 duels won, 6 lost. So yes, you'll say he's lost 6 duels, but 100% tackle percentage, 1 out of 1. But I say this all the time: duels for him and Gravenberch, they do it together. So they don't always win it, but they have to be in it so that someone else can win it, and so that the midfielder is combative. So yep, he's got an 8 for me today. Gravenberch, again, 8. Quite high ratings today, but I thought we were fantastic. Really thought we were fantastic. Similar for him, accurate passes 90%, fair out of 42. I look at his duels, 2 won, 2 lost, so 50%, and tackles 100%, 1 out of 1. Really happy with his performance today. Created 1 chance, and accurate passes, like I said, 90%. So happy with his performance. Does need to get rested at some point, and hopefully that'll come soon. But yeah, really good performance from him. He has been a shining light this whole season. So fantastic from Gravenberch. Szoboszlai, I've given him 8.5. Gets a goal. Doesn't stop running. Only plays 68 minutes. But even his passing accuracy was 33 out of 36, 92%. You look at his duels, wins one, loses one, but he gets his goal. Really nice finish. Accurate on balls, 2 out of 2. Happy with his performance today. The amount of work he gets through, as I'll quote our manager, is unbelievable. That's what Slot says. He's underrated. I've said it so many times this season. People don't understand that, yes, he's playing as a number 10. They want more goals and more assists. But the work rate he gets through allows us to be as dominant as we can be. So, yeah, really happy performance. 8.5 for him. I look at the guy I've given man of the match, Gakpo. He gets a 9. 2 goals and an assist. Probably should be a 9.5, really. But he gets a 9. He's just getting better week on week. Consistently playing well, getting goals, being a threat. 88%, 23 out of 26% pass rate. Jules wins 5, loses 4. But like I said, the most important thing was he gets his assist, he gets his goal, and he was really good today. Really happy for how he's performing. At the beginning of the season, I was raving about Diaz being one of the best left wingers in the world, and Gakpo's taking his position, and he's doing fantastically. So long may that continue. Hopefully, he goes from strength to strength. He's done 14 goals this season in all competitions. Well done, Gakpo. Salah had a better performance today. Was involved in a lot. Was a bit greedy early on. I must admit, a bit greedy early on. There was a couple of moments where he was in the box. All he had to do was square it, and someone gets a shot off. And he's trying to twist and turn, and get something off. But he should have just passed it. Gets his goal. Great finish, like I said. Looking at it, shooting accuracy, he has one shot. So 1 shot, 1 goal for him today. On target it was. 2 block shots, 69 touches, and successful dribbles, 4 out of 6 for someone who's not great at dribbling, completely honest. So yeah, even 100% tackles 2 out of 2. So good performance from him, a lot better because over the last, January he hasn't been very good. Hasn't been at his best, but he came back to his best today. He gets an 8 for me. The only person that let us down today, Luis Diaz, he gets a 6.5. Needs to do more. I know it's an unfamiliar position, and is Slot doing him dirty by playing him as a number 9? Possibly. Does he need to go back to the left wing? Possibly, because it's just not quite working up front for him. So 6.5 for him. I look at it, successful dribbles, 4 out of 7. Touches, 46. Accurate passes, 26 out of 32. But he just wasn't a real factor in today's game. So unfortunately, I can't give him a really high score. I'll move on to Elliot, who comes on in the 68th minute. That's okay. He gets a 6.5. Doesn't really stand out that much. Doesn't really get much into it. And I said, he's technically at fault for the goal. He's not strong enough just to block off Greaves. So I've given him a 6.5. Endo comes on and gets smashed. Like it was an MMA style smash. Foot to the stomach and knee to the face. Goes down, but he's a warrior. Gets up, not straight away, obviously. Gets treatment, but he continues. He usually has a gum shielding, so probably actually a good thing he had a gum shielding. He might have lost some teeth today. But yeah, really liking what we're seeing from Endo. Seems like he's earning Slot's trust more and more and getting more minutes. So happy with that. Nunez he gets 6.5 as well. Nunez comes on, not much of an impact, from being completely honest. Not much to say about him. I've given him a 6. Jaden Dans comes on, 80th minute. No impact whatsoever, to be completely honest. He gets a 6 as well. Kaiser comes on, 86 minutes. Same with him, no impact. No impact. He gets a 6 as well. But yeah, happy with today's game. We've won 4-1, and we're still 6 points clear. Bournemouth next week is going to be tough. They've smashed Nottingham Forest 5-0. Massive surprise performance there. But yeah, guys, this is it for today. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share. And if you've watched this far, make sure you subscribe, please, because you're clearly enjoying it. And if you want to watch more of me and the rest of the team on Armchair Pundits, you can go onto our X page and you can find some more stuff on, and the handle is at Armchair Pundits. Instagram, you'll see my shorts. And the handle for that is at Armchair Pundits Podcast. And finally, you can go on our TikTok, and the handle for that is at armchair.pundits. But yeah, top of the league, 6 points clear. Double game week coming up. If we win those 2 games, we'll be 9 points clear. And Man City have Arsenal coming up next. So hopefully, we'll be more than 9 points clear. Up the Reds. Take it easy. Peace out.